All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror, Search for Uhuru, and I have the brother on with us, Kala, Phanos, Genesis, and today's topic is an interesting topic. I don't know if you guys know, Ghana and America have been somewhat beefing over Ghanaian immigrants who are illegally in America, and America wants them sent back to Ghana, but Ghana is refusing to take them. But from last time I checked, I think Ghana and America came to some type of agreement where they're going to go ahead and take the immigrants. I think it's 7,000 Ghanaian immigrants who are here in America illegally now. That America's like, you need to take these Negroes back now. And at first, Ghana was trying to put up a fight, but I think they came to some type of agreement. Kyle, I need to go ahead and read the article. I was just checking it out. But with all that being said, the question is, how's that going to affect the year of return? Because if Ghana is not was reluctantly taking back Ghanaian immigrants that were supposed to be Ghanaian immigrants, how's this going to affect Black Americans during the year of return? Now, I know, Kyla, I know you're the expert at this. So, what are your thoughts?
Oh, my thoughts is this. Like I said, one thing I say is I appreciate the year return. You know what I'm saying? I'm ingratiated because at least it's a start. You know what I'm saying? It's a start. It's saying that somebody's saying start. We could look at it. Some people will be cynical about this the year return, and some people I hear little snippets on things. Well, the Ghanaians just want Black people money, and we're going to talk about that today. And like I said, I'm not trying to be funny or make fun of nobody with this and everything when I say this and everything. Yeah, Ghana definitely wants Black people money. You know, that's what it's about. They see the writing on the wall. They see these tourists and Black people don't. The thing is about the descendants of slaves, African American. I have to say that because we have a different mindset. You know, other people puff them so they could be 5,000 in a country, right? But they make so much noise and they're so this and you think they're so powerful and they can intimidate you, and you overwhelm them and everything else. But they make such an imposing thing. Yeah, we're this, we're that. Nigeria's only number a few thousand in this country, but they make Nigerians so this, so that, and there was a thing. And I'm gonna get to my point where a Nigerian lady was begging in Canada. Did you see that video?
Yeah, I saw that in Canada. And
Canada.
Hey, Colin, Nigerians were pissed off.
They were pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, well, Nigerians, I thought you could see it's all about the image of Nigerians come here and work hard. And then she said, well, I tried to do this and I have no money. I thought you people are so hard working. Then her daughter or somebody said, no, she has a degree, but she refused to work. You know what I'm saying? And she's acting like, well, she's a poor Nigerian refugee stuck in Canada, blah, 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 give me money, whatever, like that, this, that, thing. But the image they project on it, a lot of people like Nigerians doing the same thing Black people in America do. They fake it until they make it. You know what I'm saying? And I know this for a fact. They always, I got this big house that I've been working on for 10 years. Back in Nigeria, I got this money over here, and I'm here, I'm there. And they hustle. They're real hustling people. Sooner or later, something clicks, and then they finally think. But they're not doing anything anybody else doing. All we're doing is sitting there working jobs, shit like that. And then one day our big break comes in. But Africans don't live like that. They got to show and prove. You know, it's the hardest thing about Africans going back to Africa, not even the hard life they're gonna live. It's the shame. We never talk about this. The shame that you spent so many years in a wonderful America and you have nothing to show for it when you go back there. You know, someone sold them a dream that America's streets are paved with gold, right? Paved with gold. That Black people over here are lazy. You know what I'm saying? All you have to stay away from them, concentrate on education. You're going to come back to Nigeria and Africa a rich person. You know? If it was that easy, Black people, we would have got rich a long time ago and went back to Liberia and Africa a long time ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're stuck here, and we'll see how we are. We're stuck here in America, paying bills, paying taxes, everything, because the white man has a control over our being. You think the white man's going to give up on $1.75 trillion a year in generating income of our blood sweat that we give to the U.S. economy? You think he's going to hand that over just? Why do you think now, if you owe taxes, right, or if you have criminal, they're putting restrictions on passports now? You better get your passports now, because in another 5 years you ain't gonna be able to leave. Now you can go
Well, but
vacation.
hold on, Colin. This is the thing. You need to get your passports now because the Real ID Act is coming into effect next year.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is, yeah, they know you Negroes have money. You know what I'm saying? You Negroes have money. You Negroes, you guys save for a trip that you go to Ghana. You spend 3,000 on a trip and then spend another $1,000 in there and whatnot. That's more than most Africans make in a year. So there's a lot of money on the table with the year of return. It ain't just all hugs and everything. And I had to break it down to the one brother. He said, "Yeah, we got these African Americans. No, you got a lot of people from the Caribbean coming down, right? And they're coming there living. But we got African Americans. They're staying in 5-star hotels. They go into the malls. They're buying gas. They're buying food. They're buying entertainment. And they bring in. Let's say we have even the rappers and entertainers come over there. They're dropping the hotels like, wow, man, we just cleared so much money because look at all these credit cards that were coming out. You know what I'm saying? People partying, drinking, they're going to these festivals and everything like that. So it's a money making thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ghana's trying to cash in. The African American tourism, look it up. We spend more money on hotels a year than any other group. Our tourism, we like going on cruise ships, we like going on plane trips and everything. We haven't had enough to Africa. We go to Europe a lot. My family, New York, they always go to Europe. They always go to Iceland, they go to Europe, they go to Rome, they go to Asia and everything like that. Black people spend 63, let's say, listen to me clearly, not million, $63 billion a year on travel.
Wow.
That's a lot of money. And like a little small, only a small percentage. Most of it goes to the Caribbean, South America, Canada, Europe, and Asia, and stuff like that. And a growing part of it is to places like South Africa. South Africa is right now for as far as black tourism. I think South Africa and Botswana, I think, have the #1 destination for black tourists, not necessarily settlers, but black tourists, because they got the infrastructure set up, better than other African countries. Ghana wants to cash in on that. People with money coming over. They want your money, but they don't want you involved in politics. They don't all the stuff that you think you're gonna bring over there, like fight the power and Hotep and all that. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But they do want that American dollar. You know what I'm saying? They want to. Now the Ghanaians that's about to be deported back to Ghana, unfortunately, they don't have the money that said middle class African Americans have. That's why they want to keep them in America and bring us over for the right to vote. The right to vote.
I think what Ghana was saying is that they wanted to make sure that they were actually Ghanaians that were being deported.
Yeah, that's another problem too. Another problem too is Ghana has its record straight. Now Ghana can't be saying that. Liberia has that problem and Nigeria has that problem. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody always says in West Africa, if you're part of ECOWAS, whatever, you can say I'm a Nigerian because if you get in trouble in a foreign country, you want Nigeria to get the blame. You say you're Nigerian national. They can't prove it, because you got an ECOWAS passport, or Nigeria, You go to Liberia. There's a lot of people from surrounding countries that have Liberian passports, and then that's their Liberians. There's a lot of people that lived in Ghana all their life and everything. They go to the U.S. with a Ghanaian passport and everything. They were Ghanaians when they were in Ghana, and you have the passport and everything. Now they come to America, they get in trouble, or they overstay the visa. Now Ghana said, I want to make sure that they're pure Ghanaians. What's a pure Ghanaian? I thought we were all Africans, remember? You know what I'm saying? We're all Africans.
Right.
So if we're all black people, then what should it matter what country they're actually from? So the bottom line is they don't have the room or space to accommodate. When you uproot people and send them that's a tragic thing. When a country uproots a group of people and send them back to their own native land and everything like that. You saw what what happened with El Salvador, right?
No,
Okay, this will happen with El Salvador. There was a lot of migrant people, a couple of generations of migrant people that went to California, and they were from El Salvador. They basically, they were mostly punk rock and heavy metal type of guys, right? And this was in the 80s. They had the punk rock heavy metal scene, right? El Salvador was a small country, no crime, no anything like that, right? So they sent these people back to El Salvador, right? After they've been in a gang culture in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how MS-13 grew.
Oh, wow.
It didn't start in El Salvador. It started in California. You know what I'm saying? It just started in California, San Francisco, all these places that had El Salvadoran gangs, the Mata Kruta,
Mm-hmm.
They went back to El Salvador, right? And they started getting into crime, gang banging. They brought it to a whole new level. They got with former guerrillas of the Sandinistas and all these other people, the Contras, and all these people in Nicaragua and El Salvador and all these other people, and drugs. They got into drugs because remember the drug cartels were, how to make money and stuff like that. So the whole gang drug culture grew. You know what I'm saying? From these street gangs, and it was a street thing. So that's how the MS-13 gangs grew. It grew from Los Angeles to El Salvador. Now they're worldwide. What started as some punks and everything like that. They got money, power, and it festered in the country of El Salvador. Some of them that went to El Salvador were the El Salvadorians. Some were Mexican. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some were Honduras. But they got deported to El Salvador. And they linked up with each other and everything. They formed these cliques and gangs and everything. And basically, El Salvador is a lawless, ungovernable country. Same thing now with Honduras. These are lawless, ungovernable countries. And I like to tell the story, right? I like to tell the story. I've never told the story. I don't think I ever told the story, but I would like to tell the story.
Go ahead. Tell the story. What story or what? Go ahead.
All right. This happened to me back in 05, right? Happening back in 05. I was in a little dive bar in Norfolk, right? Over on the ocean, right? A little dive bar. I looked over the ocean, right? I happened to be it's a little dive bar, nothing but bikers, thugs, rednecks. This is my thugging years, you know what I'm saying, when I was out there. It's back in 05, you know what I'm saying? Right. I hate that lifestyle. I don't like marijuana. I don't want to get, you know what I'm saying? The bottom line, I'm no angel. I will tell you right now, I'm no angel. I hung around some very rough people, back in the days. Anyway, I was in a bar one night, right? And crazy ass people, right? And I met this guy, right? This heavyset guy from Honduras, right? And he was like a light skinned, he's a real light skinned guy. He had the hair, but you could tell he had Indian mixture in his cheekbones, everything. But he had black hair and everything like that. But anyway, I met him, and hey, my brother, how you doing? How you doing? Let me buy you a drink. I'm like, okay, man, how you doing? He goes, I tell you, man, you know what I'm saying? We black and brown, we gotta stick together. And everything else like that. He goes, see that lady over there? And he was kind of heavy set guy, big guy, right? And he goes, that's my wife. I was a heavy set black woman, Jamaican woman, right? Real heavy set, dark skin, everything. He goes, that's that woman right there. Let me tell you something. Do you like big women? I said, not particularly, right? He goes, hey, but I tell you what, man, that woman, she's all woman to me. You know what I'm saying? I love her to death, man. You know what I'm saying? My family, Honduras, didn't accept her or whatever like that. They said, no, you don't bring no black woman there. Black people are evil, blah, 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 blah.
No, I think it was either El Salvador or Honduras. Like people of African descent were banned until like the late 1970s.
It was like Honduras. You know what I'm saying? It was Honduras. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Like 1978, if you were black, you're banned from the country.
Yeah, the presidents are racist. Most presidents of Honduras are racist. They're a really racist country. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he was telling me, said, yeah, I love her. He said, then when they met her, they went to Honduras and they met her. And he said, my mother and my sisters, their aunt, they fell in love with her. And when it's time to leave, they were like, oh, they were hugging her. No, don't leave. My wife, my mother loves my wife. She goes, oh, she loved her. When I don't know how I could be prejudiced or racist like that, whatever like that. So then he gets to another part of the conversation. He starts talking about his brother, right? He said, well, I got a brother that's on his way here. And at the time, I didn't think of what he meant by on his way here. In other words, he's basically trying to get across the, you know what I'm saying, the Mexican border, right? And he said his sole reason for coming to America is to what? Guess what?
So dope.
No, I want to go to Mexico. I want to kill blacks. He goes, I'm using the accent he used.
I can't. You're going in it like you're real low and you're real high.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
That's better. Go ahead.
Okay. He said, I want to go to America because I want to kill blacks.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He goes, I want to kill blacks. And he told his brother, why you want to kill blacks? They're ruining America. I'm going to do America a favor. I'm going to kill blacks. In other words, they're watching a lot of stuff on TV, the documentaries that you see of gangs, everything. That filters out to these countries right there. People who want education, who were ignorant, illiterate in their own language and everything. He said, I want to go to America. We want to kill blacks. We're going to get there. We're going to start killing, clean America up. We're going to get rid of all the blacks and whatnot. We're going to get rid of all the blacks. He said, no, you don't do that. That's wrong, man. Black people are not bad. They're not. No. They're ruining America. And he's coming from a piss poor third world country, talking about coming here illegally, crossing the border, just so he get to Los Angeles, start killing black.
It was El Salvador that banned black people.
Yeah, one of them. But he was basically trying to get from Honduras to America, you know what I'm saying, to kill black people. He said he said last time I talked to him on the phone, right? He said he's like 2 months. I guess they coming through the coyotes and people transport him up. He said he'll arrive in America in 2 months and whatnot, you know. So he's gonna get to America, not to find a job. First order of business is start killing black people. This is back in 2005. This is start awakening me to what's going on, right? A year later, I got on the internet and I rebirthed College Genesis and College Nation. You know what I'm saying? I said no more people of color. No, this is why I am right now. No more people of color. No more all us people. It's all African American, African slave descendants. That's who we are. We have no friends. We have no freaking allies. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that wants to do business or deal with us or whatever, we have to have our eyebrows arched and our eyes wide open because we have enemies all across the globe. People, the thing is like this. The reason why black people in America are being hated, right? While the governors, people think they can
hold on one second, caller. We have 218 people watching, only 34 likes. Please hit that like button. Don't be selfish with the likes. Either you go like, share. If you're not super chat, at least hit that like.
Do I have to punish them with my like song?
Go ahead, punish. Hit the like. Go ahead.
Like, the button, Negroes, like
it. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so like I said, it's abundantly clear to me, right, that the insanity when I see people like Joy Reid, you know, and I'm not gonna, like I said, I don't want to say nothing because people the wrong way. Miss Reid, you know what I'm saying? I respect her as a black woman, a sister,
Miss Reid,
whatever. Like Joy Reid from MSNBC.
Oh, yeah.
Hear me out. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be like that. We want to say I can say a million things. You know what I'm saying? But you know when she calls all of us Russian bots, you heard what she said?
Yeah. The people that are claiming to be part of AD.
We're all Russian agents. Everybody's now. That's what she dismisses as. We're all Russian agents and whatnot, and we're trying to undermine said Democrat. They haven't even chosen yet. Who are they going to elect or run for office, whatever like that? So we don't even care. In other words, basically, she's saying whoever we decide to put up there and run, you Negro just gonna show up and show up. No, it's almost to the point where these people are gonna come to you. I expect Joy Reid to jump out of the screen right now and strangle both of us right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I expect Dinus. I expect looking at your background, nice background, and everything. I'm expecting Joy Reid at any second to come through that door and knock you upside the head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how crazy and unhinged these people are. You know, don't question it. Just get out there and vote. Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, I don't really give a goddamn who's in that White House. That's the beauty about being black in 2019. There's nothing left they can do to us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's obvious they're not going to get rid of police brutality. You know what I'm saying? Everything we talked about. Hello. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You good, bro?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm muted.
Everyone, thank you for joining us. So the topic is: will the Ghana USA deportation crisis have an effect on the year of the return? We're going to get back on topic. We're just chopping it up.
Right. So that gets back to the year of return. Now we're all excited about the year of return, right? Like I said, and I've said this top of the show, I appreciate the offer. And like I said, do your homework and do what you want to do. Am I echoing?
No, you go. Keep talking.
Okay. So the year of return is good. The right to a vote is another thing. You know, there's a year of return, and we have the right to a vote. Now, if you want to go over to Ghana, live, and stay and visit everything, they want your money. As long as you're spending money and you're no burden to them. For example, you fall down and break your leg. You need therapy, you need triage, you need treatment, you need medication, stuff like that. Who is your insurance? Poor countries cannot afford, right, people coming over there and overburden their emergency rooms, their limited number of doctors, limited number of medicine, limited number of every resources, everything for the local people. Are you covered? Do you have, if you're retired, things, why don't you see, why don't somebody work and see if the government of Ghana can work with the AARP and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid and all these American agencies and everything to sort of bridge the divide where people could transfer their health care from the United States. That's a wealth transfer right there.
Mm-hmm.
Where the Ghanaian doctors and hospitals and insurance companies can bill to the bill insurance companies the United States. Insurance companies can come to Ghana and provide service. That's a wealth transfer. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the government coming out of its pocket to handle catastrophic things and stuff like that, you have private insurance do it. That's a wealth transfer. It could be billions of dollars worth of services inside the country of Ghana. You know, there's the things you have to look out. How long are you gonna stay? You know what I'm saying? Do you got money? You know what I'm saying? Do you got money for healthcare? Do you got money for accidental coverage? Do you got money for catastrophic coverage? Are you gonna skip out on the hospital bill? You know, enough of you keep skipping out on the hospital bill. If you go there and stay or whatever like that, God forbid you get a disease, you get sick, whatever like that. All that stuff costs money. It's not free. Now, despite what you think about forming social, Africa is like a million years away from socialism and Medicare and healthcare. That's just the reality. You don't have healthcare, you can't afford healthcare, you just gonna simply die. As simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people don't talk about that. And when they talk about going to the continent, they don't talk about that. So you want to abode, make sure you got enough money in the bank, you got your health care, you got your insurance, you got your dental coverage, you got auto insurance, you got all those things. Like you got a savings, you got some residual income coming in and stuff like that. Make sure you obey the local laws and all stuff like that. You know, if you do that, the government of Ghana will say, you know something, we're making a lot of money with these people. You know, keep them coming over. And for so far, so good. You got people coming over buying plane tickets, Ghanaian Airlines, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think Ghana, they're launching their national airline sometime this year. I believe.
Yeah, yeah. And they see the numbers. They see the numbers of people booking. The number of people booking passage to Africa is growing. You know what I'm saying? The number of flights in and out of Africa grows the economy. You need an airport. The airport's the main thing. That's the main event, the airport. Right now, you know, South Korea is building an airport the size of 2 cities. The
Yeah,
more airport,
I saw that. I gotta look
yeah,
at it. I didn't
yeah.
read the article, but I saw like the headline. They're trying to
Yes,
build the
I
largest.
wish African airlines, African countries would integrate their airline systems, and combine together to give people services, goods and services, and stuff like that. But they see the numbers. More people booking flights to places like Rwanda. Rwanda's getting their safari game up. So is Angola. All these people, they seeing more and more. They're seeing more non-white people touring the continent. But I saw your video where you said you saw all these white people there from Europe. You know,
Crazy. Well, no. They're from America.
but one lady said she was from Europe or she was from
She was from Canada. She was from Canada.
Canada, and they go to Africa and stuff like that. You know, that wasn't been there. You know what I'm saying?
We actually moved there.
What was that at?
Moved Benin Republic.
Okay, Benin. You know that was from Benin. But let me. So what about Ghana?
What about it?
Did you see a lot of white people there?
Um. Yeah, on my flight. Yeah, there was actually.
Were they business or they like they were tourists?
I don't know what they were doing. I didn't ask.
What about Nigeria?
No, white people are still scared of Nigeria.
Yeah, let's scared of Nigeria. That's good. But Nigeria showed you we don't need you. You know what I'm saying? You know, Nigeria showed you they don't need you. What about Senegal?
Yeah, a lot of French. Yeah, like I said,
French.
Nigeria was the only time where I did not see a lot of white people, like at all.
Yeah. So the bottom line, the why, because Nigeria got so many well-educated people, so many business people. It's like living in a black planet. You know, Lagos is like a black planet. You know, if you really want to get down to it, you know, Nigeria is like a black planet. You know, if you said fear of a black planet, look at Lagos. You know, that's a black planet. You know, it's like he was in Wakanda, Harlem, Detroit, all in one, all wrapped up into one. So and Johannesburg, wrap them all up in one. That's when you got Lagos, Nigeria. That was an African thing. But like I said, the Ghanaians that are going home, right? I think that's a stall tactic. They know those people are Ghanaians. You know what I'm saying? How do you tell somebody you're gonna make sure they're all the Ghanaians, right? Well, I want you to basically, if, are we echoing?
No, go ahead. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
It's kind of it's somewhat on my end. It's not the echo. It's just my computer is just freezing up for some reason. Go ahead. We're good. We're good.
Okay. Now what I'm saying is this. I don't buy the idea that these are all Ghanaians, right? These are all non-Ghanaian. Something like why? Because I was following this case for like 2 years now. They had known a long time that they're going to go back. Now March is going to happen, where estimated 4,000 Liberians are going to get deported. You know what I'm saying? March 19th. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the year of return for Liberians. To back to Liberia. That's their TPS is expired. And so they got to go back. So you have Liberians protesting and everything like that being deported in March. It runs out after March 19th. They're Liberians are illegal status here. I know Liberia doesn't have the means to accommodate these returnees. You know what I'm saying? These returnees. Now, this is what gets me is this. And people ask me all the time, right? Well, they're really bothered now by this American. They say we're being selfish. We're turning our backs on Africans and all stuff like that.
Who's we?
We African Americans.
Okay,
we're turning our back.
So real quick, so the Killer Clown, 21 Savage. I don't know if you've been following that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's British, and then there's a guy called DJ Academics.
Yeah.
He's I think his family. He's a Jamaican immigrant.
Right.
He mentioned he was upset how Black Americans are making fun of 21 Savage's situation.
It's a sad situation, you know what I'm saying? But you got millions of dollars. You talk about gang banging, destruction. You come and you didn't take the time to get your legal status right. We're supposed to feel sorry for you. Come on. And that's the sad part. But the thing is, you know what they're mad about? What? They're mad the fact that they think the people are so used to us being up in arms about everything Black. This is the 20th anniversary of Amadou Diallo, right? Mm-hmm. Remember how Black America came out and said, "Oh man, brother Amadou Diallo, this, that, the other thing." Right? He's a Senegalese immigrant, right?
He shot like 45 times,
40 times, 49 times, right? Now I was upset over that. I wanted to go to war, man.
Oh, hey, when you hit your desk, it's making an echo. That's what it is. Like
okay. Okay, now I was basically upset about that Amadou Diallo situation 20 years ago when it happened. I was angry. Our top lawyers in America for Black America, C. Vernon Mason, and all these other people that used to be with Al Sharpton, Automatics, all spoke out and everything like that. It was all these people in Black New York, brother Amadou Diallo and stuff like that, right? Amadou Diallo, we're gonna come out there, we're gonna march for him and everything like that, And then, now evidently nothing happened. The cops got off, Now I'm saying to myself, right? I didn't see the so-called immigrant community, the Hispanics and all these people come for Amadou Diallo. It was Black America,
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what they used to. We see somebody Black or even Hispanic, right? A couple months later, a Hispanic kid got killed in New York, right? By a cop, right? It was like around 2000, 2 years later, right? And then all of a sudden, the Black people, we came out for that Hispanic kid. Oh, people of color, we need to go. The bombings in Puerto Rico, Vieques, I think it was Puerto Rico. Remember when Al Sharpton went on a hunger strike for Puerto Ricans, the U.S. Navy?
A hunger strike.
Yeah. He was fat at the time too. I was like, he didn't come out. This is when he was back in the mid '90s. He came out there because the people of Vieques started saying the U.S. Navy are flying over there and ruining their life. And Black people came out for the island of Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Saying, oh yeah, that's our brothers over there in the island of Puerto Rico. The United States is using the military for bombings and testing and stuff like that. We came out there for that and everything. What you're starting to see now is the evolution in Black America, and it's all because of the internet, right? Or more of us are having conversations with each other. More of us are having. I don't have any conversation with anybody, connection with any Chinese or any Hispanics or any Asians or anybody else. Most of the people, all the people I have contact with, are Black people. Do you see any Hispanic gentlemen offer insight on the Negro Manosphere? No. You know what I'm saying? No, do you see these people coming out and talking about our issues and everything at any time? No, right?
Hey, Kala, John Crow says African Americans are always the tip of the spear, which is true.
Yeah, we're on the tip of the spear, but no more, and we get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? We're dull and all stuff like that. We're nothing out of it, and we're tired of it. You know, and now we're saying we're putting our issues first. If you guys got an issue with immigration, whatever like that, you're on your own. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because these same people, like I was getting back to what I was saying about Ghanaian brothers and sisters, Liberians, they sat here and tried to suck up to the white man. You know what I'm saying? They tried to suck up to the white man.
All right.
They tried to curry favor, or we're going to replace these Negroes over here. And they didn't understand when a white I had a guy tell me, you know what I'm saying, one time, a Liberian tell me that while he was living in Alabama, a white man told him that he would let him, and he was indigenous Liberian more or less, you know. He said he would let me in his house before he would let a regular African American in. I said, were you proud of that? I said, why would you tell me something like that? Well, that's what the white guy said. I said, so in other words, basically, you guys are coming over here trying to split the racial situation between blacks in America and white people, right? And think you're going to gain favor by distancing yourself from the slave and the racial history of black people in America. But you want at the same time, you want to benefit from the struggle that we went through. And now, because of people like Tariq Nasheed and everybody else, people are basically waking up. You know, does that make us a bad guys? It just means the fact that the bottom line, when Africans deal with us, you better come correct. You can't come with no slick shit, this, that, and the other thing, because we're gonna remember everything. You know, no more free ride with us, and you get with everything you want and everything like that. And then the bottom line is we get nothing in return. You know, so that's just the way it is, and that's why if the Liberians would have stuck with us when they came to America and stopped all this indigenous stuff like that, the Ghanaians would have stuck with us and everything, and went into our communities like the early Jamaicans did. Jamaicans came to America, and the Caribbeans did, and they came into Black America.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, to tell you the truth, do you know for the people from the Caribbean have been coming to America for hundreds of years?
Right.
You know. Free blacks from the Caribbean.
Marcus
Garvey. They come into America, and they always were part of our community.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There was no Caribbean, African American. Well, you were black. You know what I'm saying? That's how we stuck together. You know what I'm saying? You go to half my family is from the islands. You know what I'm saying? We stuck together because we know, look, we have a common enemy here. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But the people coming here now, even some of the Caribbean people coming now, they're coming over here and they're jumping right, there's no black communities anymore. We all congregate. There's no black churches. There's no black mosques. There's no black centers of anything. All you see in the black areas is regentrification and failing communities. So they come over here for the most part and live in the suburbs. They live in apartment complex, condominiums, or wherever they live in everything. They're basically socialized with white. You always see that. I know you see it. You know, you'll see a group of whites and everything, and then you see the one black guy there, and you hear him talk, you hear an accent. You know, how many people see that all the time? You're like, oh yeah, such and such, yeah, we're going out playing volleyball. Yeah, you coming along here like that? You know, we're a regular brother. Like, I don't want to be, spend my weekend with these. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, But the bottom line, you see a lot of Africans and new people from the island, not people that were born here from the islands and everything, but new people coming here from black islands. They don't not associate with black people because they think we're all ghetto, we think like that. The black middle class is mainly moved out into the suburbs and everything. So we're not socialized as a group of people like that, like we once were, you know? So everybody's not socializing with each other. And we're getting our images of each other from the white media and social media and toxic social media. You know, ask the average black person from overseas what they think about African Americans. They're gonna say, well, every time I watch World Star Hip Hop, fool, dumbass, bing.
No, they think we're just all entertainers for the most part.
Yeah, also like the one guy told you, I'm glad to see people like you talk about Africa. The guy you had on your show, he
Uh-huh.
said that you guys not all the guy from Kenya he said that you guys not all sports and entertainment. I know you remember that when he said that. He goes, you guys do more than sports. The guy you had on your show, a couple weeks ago.
I don't.
Yeah, I think he was from Kenya or Nigeria. One of them. I think he was from Kenya, and he was real smart. I think he was saying basically, yeah, we got African Americans like you out there, that's interested in doing other things besides sports. I don't think he caught that, but he said that. He was real insightful brother. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you caught that. But he
Hold on,
said,
real quick. Well, hold on a second, Carla. We have 300 people watching, only 134 likes. Let's get these likes up, people. All right, go ahead. Hit that
yeah.
like.
So basically,
Carla,
that's what
You might have to sing the song again.
like. I'm gonna punish you people. Like. Press the goddamn like button. Like. It cost you nothing. Press the button. Like.
All right, go ahead, Carla. Go ahead.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, look, people press the damn button. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost you nothing. Cost you anything. So basically, so the image. How is it in 2019 people think we're all basketball players and rappers?
Yeah.
How is it that Cardi B?
It's the Cardi B is the representative of the
I,
black.
I look. Look. As soon as they find that there's life on Mars, right? And they're saying we can come. I'm booking passage to the planet of Mars because I got to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B is being invited as a serious person to speak at a Democratic Party event. I don't get it. I don't understand what the hell is going on. Is this a freaking? This is madness. This is crazy. This is a madness.
She doesn't even identify as black.
She's not even black. She says, I'm black. I'm black. I'm black. Well, you African American? Well, I'm this, I'm that. Blah, blah. So, okay, say you're black. But the politics of America, right, as we see it now, is we have the black African American descent. We're the vast majority. There's 45 million of us. 40, let's say, I would say 40 million African Americans. The rest, I would say another 2 million from the 42 million black African Americans. Another 2 million from the Caribbean, new immigrants from the Caribbean and Africa and everything like that. We are the vast majority. We own most of the institutions. We own most of the banks, the businesses, the culture, the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We produce all America's events. We've been doing show African black inventors, and I say when I say black inventors, I want to attribute that to all of us as a people, as a race. We did this for our people. You know what I'm saying? Not just for black people, but for humanity, all inventors and everything. Not just to boast on ourselves and everything. But when you come to America, understand that we had a hand in building this country. You can't think you're going to push us out and push your agenda and everything over ours. It's not going to happen. We would never in a million years. They tell us right there, when you go to Ghana, you can't say this. You go to Nigeria, you can't be that. You can't own that. No. You need to show respect. You know what I'm saying? You African American, you show respect when you come over here. You show us some respect. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But in other words,
and meanwhile, the Chinese are illegally drilling.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about
touching the girls. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We have a picture of a Chinese. I don't know if you want to display that picture.
I don't want to show you. No.
Okay. We have a Chinese man fondling the breasts of two young African girls, beautiful sisters, beautiful African. They look like they could be our daughters. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful African girls and whatnot, fondling their breasts and everything, and on camera. I knew this was going to happen. I said this years ago. And always say, oh, college, you're racist. We're like, no. When you send men to a country that's poor, they always exploit the women. Now, you ain't saying nothing because it's not Europeans. But what's the difference? They're leaving behind half Chinese babies that they got to raise and everything. China man is planting seeds in Africa. You're gonna have soon. You have a new African Chinese mixed race people that don't have any identification with Africa or China and whatnot. You got a problem. We've always been the type, okay, people can mix with us and come back, whatever like that. But it's not the same now. All that people of color shit is done. The only people of color is you got Asian people that care about Asia, right? Unfortunately, black people don't care enough about black people in Africa. I wish we were like the Asians, the white people. I wish to goddamn we were more racist like everybody else. Jews, they say, oh, the Jews got Israel. Yes, they took Israel, they killed the Palestinians, killed everybody else who got in their way, and they got a state. The black man in America, the black man in Africa don't want to do anything. The Nigerians don't have enough balls to nationalize. Oh, they were out there ready to have a war in Nigeria between the North and the Sunni Muslims and all these other people. Then you got the Delta region, and you got the Biafra War springing up again. Something that started way before I was born in 1966. And you have the Biafra War springing up again now in Nigeria and everything like that. Nobody can come to the table and say, how can we build this Republic of Nigeria? Nobody wants to be Nigerian. Somebody told me in Nigeria, told me the other day, is Nigeria is a curse put upon us by the white man. I'm like that. Wow. So in other words, basically, you know, without nationalism, a common theme that we're all part of one Nigerian nation, you're never going to build anything. Everybody wants to be a Biafran. Everybody wants to be in the North. Everybody wants to be an Igbo. Everybody wants to be a Yoruba and all these other people like that. You know, you got Yoruba people cursing the House of President and all this kind of nonsense that's going on and everything. How are you going to build a nation like that? What inspiration is the largest powerful black group of people on the planet is have to the rest of us? Nigeria is supposed to be leading all of us. It's supposed to be a shining example of what black power is on the world. You know what I'm saying? And yet you have this country, because it's politically so weak, everybody got their allegiances here, allegiances in the Netherlands, allegiances here, and all hands in everything. Nigeria is not weak enough. It's so weak it can't even nationalize those oil fields and take the whole damn thing. What the hell do you need in Britain? You know, they're sitting in London, you know what I'm saying? Same with the French. They're sitting in France and London getting rich off African resources in their soil. You know, am I going crazy or something? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I asked God, you know what I'm saying? God said, you know, Colin, brother Colin, you know, I know.
Kyle, let me ask you. Go ahead and finish your statement. Finish your statement. I got a question for you. Somebody made a statement.
Okay. I said, God said to me, I said, God, why don't you make me black? And I said, well, you know, God said, you know something? I know it's tough, you know, people, but you love your people. I made you black for a reason. And God made me black. He put me in this black skin, and he put me in this black. He gave me this nappy hair, right? And he says, I got a mission for you. You got to wake your people up. You know what I'm saying? And you got to put your foot up their ass if you have to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying you got to put your foot up their ass, hurt their feelings, but tell them when they're doing wrong. There's no way in hell you're going to tell me that a race of people, 2 billion strong, have no infrastructure, and everybody's sitting there doing so freaking bad. Because everybody wants a penny pinch and get with their own little cliques and everything like that. We need to come together as a race. You know what I'm saying? Respect each other's tribes and groups and everything, but put the common well-being and give our own people the benefit of the doubt. Same benefit of the doubt you give to the European man while you flooding into their country. You putting your money into their banks and everything, and they're earning interest off your freaking money instead of you taking the money back. That, you know, I say it a million times. What was the question? You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of talking about that.
Yeah, so the come back to the let's just get along. You know, the common excuse is, well, the borders were drawn by Europeans, so that's why we can't get along, because it's the Nigeria that was made by the British.
All right. Look, let me tell you something. If it was me, this is me talking. This is the African American experience, right? If somebody gave me drawn born territory, I don't give a goddamn if somebody came from out of space and drew up a border for me and my people to have a nation. I'm there. My black ass is there. What does that have to do with the fact that your phenotype? This is what I don't understand this. Your phenotype is black African. You know what I'm saying? Granted, your people are different, but you look alike. That's the difference between us and a lot of people from a continent. They don't respect their phenotype. I think some people think it's culture, but I just think it's a deep-seated self-hatred in the black race where we don't appreciate our blackness, our beauty, and we don't see value in blackness. You know what I'm saying? Until we start seeing value in blackness the way the Chinese and Japanese see some basic value in being Chinese or Asian or European, everything like that, we want the whole world to hate themselves the way we hate ourselves. You know, white man will tell you in a minute, I love being white. I love these blonde hair and blue eyes. I wouldn't trade it for the freaking world. Black man in Africa and whatnot, you have a beautiful thing. You have a land. You know what I'm saying? You have recognized authority. Black people in America, we don't have shit. There's no peace treaty binding us to America. There's nothing. We just here. And we have to go along with the program. They tell us we're Americans, and we do that. Why? Because we don't want to get killed. That's the way that, those of you coming over here, everything, the only reason why we put up with this mess in America, we go through this stuff like that, because we know the alternative. Am I lying, Dinus? You know what I'm saying? The alternative, the alternative to us not just being obedient, doing our thing is death, because we know for a fact that America is capable of killing us all, destroying us, and they will do it too. So you come over there thinking, oh yeah, all these rights and everything, America's this land of opportunity, land of the free and all that. That's a bunch of crap. We stay in America because the white man made sure we can't get out of here. He tells us every day through movies, through everything, that our place is at the bottom of his civilization. That we're stupid, but we're the most educated group of black people. We have more black people educated collectively than any other black people collectively in the world. But yet we're the people that believe that we need America the most. You got a country like South Sudan who's fighting for independence from North Sudan, who only knew one thing: they wanted to be free and govern themselves. A country who is illiterate.
Right.
But they were smart enough to know that they could, with their human ingenuity, some way and how they'll figure it out and they'll have a nation for themselves. But you got a whole race of people in America, Black America, who don't want a nation of their own because they're basically convinced that this is the best they can do. That's been programmed into us.
Let's see what we got in the chat room. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Shout out to Naduke for the super chat. I'm black, I'm proud. Don't make me say it loud. Don't make me say it out loud. White is a mutation.
Which we call oh no, I'm in Ron. Oh no, I'm in Ron. He says propaganda that's killing us, making us kill. Oh no, I'm in Ron's in the house. Oh my God, man, what did I do to deserve this? And then wait a minute. Let me scroll back here. This Cohen Davis being slick. You gotta try to sneak that past me. I caught you. He said, "How's being most educated working for us?" And just like all these inventions and everything, nothing ever worked for us. That's all point. The black man invented the elevator. Black people invented. You see my page, right? I don't forget all the inventions I put up in the last.
I had a guy on the stream last week who.
That guy.
On the black
inventions, all stuff like that. We did all that. How did it work for us? No. Are we putting up skyscrapers all over the place because of our invention? No. We have so many people. We invented so much, but it didn't work for us because it was never our labor, our skills, our mind, everything was never for us. We are still in captivity. Yeah, we can be educated. We do it for posterity. We tell ourselves it's for the good of mankind and stuff like that. But the bottom line is this: other people make sure Asia is taken care of. Japanese is doing it to the glory of Japan and the glory of the world. We as black people in America, we have no choice but to basically, like George Washington Carver, he died broke. He made all these other people rich, you know what I'm saying? But he died broke. Why? Because that's what Negroes in America do. We don't work for ourselves. We don't vote for ourselves. We're just supposed to sit here and, what's the issue? Oh, well, illegals can't get here. Yeah, fuck Trump. Damn, you let them illegals in. Let them in. They're coming over here to kill you, fool. You know what I'm saying? They're coming over here to kill you. They're coming over here to take what you don't have, what you're trying to get. You don't even have a basic sense of self-survival.
Right.
We don't even think about ourselves. We don't think about somebody else. And they get us to go to the polls. The most powerful thing you have is, the only thing you really have is your vote. And you don't even say, well, what am I getting out of this? You know what I'm saying? What are my people getting out of this? You're so concerned about what the Democrats tell you what's important. Wake the hell up, black people. Wake the hell up. Stop acting like a fool. Don't be a fool. It ain't cool to be a fool. We said back in the day, it ain't cool to be a fool. You know what I'm saying? What happened to those days when black people said Negro please? What happened to the
I'm black and I'm proud.
black and
Hey,
proud?
911 is a joke. That's where we're at right
Yeah,
now. 911 is Flavor Flav. 911
yeah.
is
And we're losing. You know what I'm saying? We're losing. What happened to it, man? You can't tell me the soul sister number 9.
hey,
Stop it to me one more time.
yeah. So we went.
So number 3.
What were you singing at first, Kala?
What was it? I'll say. Well, what is
What were you
it?
singing? What were you singing at first?
I'll say soul sister number 9. Stop it to me one more time.
So you
So,
went from that to your mama's on crack rock.
oh yeah. Your mama's on crack rock. Yeah.
Mama's on crack rock.
But bottom line is, we used to be proud to be black. You know what I'm saying? We're a people. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter what you look like, whatever like that. That brother's a brother, man. We was a brother, man. What your complexion was, whatever like that. We were all one family. We were brothers, you know what I'm saying? We're people. Now they made us ashamed to talk like that. You know why? The reason why the liberals are so dangerous, right, is because they know the white supremacy, their white beauty standards, everything like that is always going to reign supreme. They know that white people are always going to be in power. They everything about them is about racial survival. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Forget that. Fuck the con. In a minute, they'll say fuck the Constitution, fuck the government, everything. If their racial survival is under attack, you see that thing with Liam Neeson. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? When their racial survival is under attack, they'll say fuck everything. And you think people think you're gonna vote? You think you're gonna get that Ocasio Cortez girl in power, and you're gonna take over and this and white people say, you know something? Fuck the government. You know what I'm saying? Shut the shit down, and they'll round you all up and fucking kill you before they let you take over and rule over them directly. It's not gonna happen. What they fear is black people having that same sort of survival. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you wake up and you're saying, well, geez, if I care about my race, I want to see my future generations of black people survive and everything. I know I got to get away from this man. If I got confidence and faith in my own people, I know I don't need this guy right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't need America. I'm telling you now, we as black people in America have the intelligence to build something for ourselves and help build Africa. But the African doesn't want our help. They'd rather have it because they've been told for generations that we ain't shit. So they'd rather have Chinese people rob them of their fishing vessels, fishing rights and everything. Africa's waters are being depleted to the point now where trawlers to feed China. Africa's fishing grounds around the great continent is being drained right now as we speak. Where there could be, if we put together, we have our minds together, we could be having the black fishermen of the Eastern Shore in Baltimore and Nantucket and everything could be trading back and forth and fishing back and forth with the Africans on the coast of West Africa, you know? But nobody wants to talk about that, right? Nobody wants to talk about that. The African wants to be loyal to France. He wants to be loyal to China. He's loyal to the Lebanese. All these people are getting rich and bleeding Africa dry and taking money out of the continent. If you let African Americans in the continent build what we have to build, give us our damn land already. The money that we generate will circulate back into the continent among our own people. But you don't want that, Africans. Man, you want to come over here and pass judgment on us because we defend ourselves by calling us African Americans defenders of slavery, while the world's trying to marginalize us. The world's trying to erase our history from the history books. You know, right now and everything like that, they use more and more African or Afro-British, whatever like that. They don't want African Americans at all because our history, they thought they give us civil rights and this whole thing about slavery and everything would disappear. It hasn't disappeared. Nobody wants to talk about it. It makes white people uncomfortable talking about slavery or being reminded of slavery. That's why they're comfortable with a Barack Obama. That's why they're comfortable with a Kamala Harris. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Cory Booker's from, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they're comfortable with him too. You know, they will not accept somebody like me, you know what I'm saying? Who's a real black man who go out there and tell it like it is. You know? Mm-hmm. So what were you saying, Dinus?
No, I was just reading the chat, man. Did I have? Yeah, I didn't have a question, man. You're listen. I'm Raw is agreeing with you for once. I'm Raw and College Genesis are on the same page. He says, "Very true. We don't need America. America needs us." What are your thoughts on that statement?
Oh yeah, I agree. And now you know something, and I'm about this, man. I'm about this is how I am, right? This is how I am. This is what people said. Why are you supporting Tariq the She's caller? Because I know Tariq got a hold of one of my blogs, right? And he's going with it. He got a bigger platform. Remember I said a long time about the tangibles,
Right.
instead of vague and abstract. Now he's going with tangibles. His quote tangibles. Okay, how we got where we got out there, whether people that he came across one of my blogs, whatever like that. I don't care. As long as it's out there. In other words, basically tangibles. You know what I'm saying? Not the vague and abstract. They always give black people the vague and abstract. Oh, people of color. These are pablums that we repeat over and over again. We start believing we're doing something. Everybody else comes to the table with tangibles. They want tangibles. The doctor people, they want something tangible, right? They can see end result, you know? Tangibles. That's what everybody who gets into politics wants, something tangible. The black people want the vague and abstract. We want inclusion. We want equality, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We want equal rights and everything. We want to end to patriarchy. Oh, yeah, you know? The vague and abstract, you know? And they know black, we're an emotional people, you know? Emotional people. That's why you can go to a people and have a church where you can give your wife $300,000 Lamborghini,
Yeah, yeah, Lamborghini.
and have a baby mama on the side, and they'll still show up at your church and give you money like you're a man of God.
Right.
You know, that's the type of people we are, and I want to break my people from that. We're not fools. You do not have to be a fool. You know what I'm saying? You do not have. Let me tell you, black people, black man, black woman, you stop being fools to anybody. Make people respect you. You know what I'm saying? Make the Africans respect you. Make the white people respect you. Make everybody in the Caribbean, everybody respect you. We come to the table. What is on for me? Well, I think we black people in America, we're tired. You know what I'm saying? I think we give enough to the world. We helped get Mandela out of jail. You know what I'm saying? We black people in America protested until every last single country in Africa was free from colonialism. And then we brought down apartheid, with U.S. sanctions. We lobbied for it. That was us. And we didn't ask for anything in return. We didn't ask for one thing in return from Mandela or anything in South Africa. We were just glad to see our people free. But everybody else benefited financially and everything like that, And you do have South Africans who remember our help, and black people in South Africa do very, very well. I wish the rest of Africa would understand that role we played in educating every African leader post World War II. Do they know that? Lincoln University, Howard University, Morehouse educated African heads of state post World War II. We didn't ask for anything. We helped the Ethiopians.
It's still to this day.
Still to this day. And we don't ask for nothing. We're not getting large of the land like the Chinese. Chinese give y'all a little bit of something. They come away with all the land. In Zambia just now, for the equivalent of $12,000, some Chinese got 24,000 hectares of land. For the equivalent of $12,000 cash, U.S. cash. And so the bottom line is this: we as African Americans are not your enemy. You know what I'm saying? We're your brothers and sisters. Start acting like it. When you come to the United States, show some respect. And you see now the fire is burning in Black America, and you don't want to get burnt. I warned Africans and people coming over here years ago. You come over here talking slick about us around our backs with white people and stuff like that. It's going to come back to haunt you. Now the chickens are coming around because now you got somebody in office who don't care nothing about you. You say, Colin, you were right. You were right. Yeah, I know, man. You got your eyes, your bug eyes wide open. Now you see, telling you, this is the real America. There's a Democrat with blackface on and everything. This is the real America. This is what we had to deal with for years. But you didn't want to believe it. You believe we were just lazy, blah, 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 this, that, your thing. Just do your thing on that now. Hey, now it's time to face the music.
Hey, Colin, so how does your return, how do you think it's going to play out?
Look, the people that's going over there for vacation, and something, let me ask you, Dinas.
Go ahead.
And maybe I'm out of line here. Tell me if I'm out of line. I haven't heard anything about Black businesses yet in Ghana. mean, I've heard about South Africa.
I mean,
Besides a couple of restaurants and
no,
stuff like that,
the only thing you have really that I personally know of is
bed and breakfast.
there's the bed and breakfast, and then there's the brother that's building like dome homes. But outside of that, there's nah.
I don't understand it. I mean, you got John Cash trying to build monorails in Nigeria, and you got a brother. We got a brother in the BAIO is over in Zambia doing a major project, and a couple of people and everything like that. But South Africa, they're doing major work. Black people and the sister that did that shot the movie Creed, the Creed, whatever that was. The movie about the dogs. Remember the dogs that had these kids trapped on this island when they were trying to eat them all. You know, I forgot the name of the movie.
No.
Creep. It's called Creep. So I forgot the name.
No,
it was a good movie.
With dogs eating people.
But it was shot. It was made back in 2000. Made back in 2005. It was a good movie. But it was shot in South. It was South African production. But a sister from the United States came. It was a lady on the Black Rock border. You know. Mm-hmm. She shot the production. I was like, wow, she got a major production in South Africa. You got Eugene Jackson. You got African venture partners. You got the lady. You got all these people. Like, you got a brother in Botswana making money. He'll do a software engineer and stuff like that. You have a brother in Uganda from America that has a cell phone business and everything like that. I see all these people all around the continent. Everybody, look, I have friends from Namibia. Say, yeah, we got an African American lady here. They got a business doing this over here. I'm like, wow, I didn't know this. You got African Americans in Mozambique opening business. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on in Ghana? You know, even that part of West Africa, I don't see much people. I don't see the African Americans going to Liberia. You know what I'm saying? Opening business in Ghana. These are two countries we have the most influence on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Ross says first thing he said is Colin, the majority black men graduating from U.S. top universities are African. I disagree. Then he says, Colin, how can you teach them about anything? They run whole countries.
What are you talking? What did he say? How can you learn about anything?
How can you? Yeah. How can you warn them about anything? They run whole countries.
I mean, I would say it like this, Raw. I would say you can have land, right? You know what I'm saying? You can have infrastructure, right, with no nation. You can have a nation with no infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? What you have in Africa is nothing's really up to par because most people in Africa live off the grid. That's 10% of people live on the grid. Yeah, let's put it like that. That means people live in modern cities, modern sewer systems, modern everything like that, modern way of life. They're employed, where like that, they pay taxes, stuff like that. That's a modern way of life. You know what I'm saying? South Africa, Nigeria probably has the largest number of people on the grid, but the vast majority of them are off the grid because of high population. There's always imbalances there, you know. Botswana probably has the highest percentage of people, and Rwanda has the highest percentage of people living on the grid. That means they don't live in rural areas; they live in cities. They have running water and all this stuff like that and everything. But they have small populations. Rwanda is like 12,000, and Botswana is 10,000, right? 10,000, right? But when you say run a whole country, okay, there's a difference between running a developing country, right? They're running an industrialized country. I'm saying I'm not taking away from the brothers in Africa who run country because they're still feeding people, they're protecting people the best way they know how. So let's not get into that debate. But like I said, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. Most countries in Africa and Latin America are not developed. Look at Honduras right now. People are trying to get out. You know? Now, would you call the president of Honduras right now a hero? These people want to leave. You know what I'm saying? People in Venezuela are starving. You know? You may run a country, but how well are you running it? That's the other question. How well are you running the country? Are the people happy? You know, the people of Saudi Arabia run a country, but today they put out a thing. The wherever he is, King, whatever, put out a thing saying if you basically do satire,
satire, you get 5 years.
5 years in jail for satire. Now you may run a country, but what kind of country are you running? How well? You know what I'm saying? The indicator, my friend on Marah, is how happy, safe the people and well-fed and tranquil the people are. I think most people that live in Kenya are traumatized right now, you know what I'm saying, through poverty. You know what I'm saying? I just think it is. You know, that's just my humble opinion. That shooting that you believe that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Or they went in their mall, shot the people up and everything that you refuse to believe that happened in Kenya a couple of weeks ago and everything. People are traumatized. They're like, dang, is our security forces up to par? Why could they take these freaking why could a whole squadron of platoon take these little gunmen out? So running a country and how well you run a country are two different things. That's just my humble opinion. I don't. All due respect to the great Amun Ra.
Let me ask you this. Please, can you define the respect that you demand from Black immigrants?
Oh, I love. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Now, when a couple of years ago, right, I did a thing where somebody was doing a video, and I love Liberia. Everybody knows I love Liberia. I'm partial Liberians, and I'll fight. There's one group of people that basically I always fight for. Indigenous Liberians, Congo, America. I don't care. I love Liberia. I love Liberians. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I did watch a video a couple of years ago, and I commented on it. My boy Alpha, he and these guys, this guy Edwin Jones, he inboxed me last night. Called Colin, man, you evil, man, you're a double, whatever. I'm like, Kyla, something I said years ago, right? And I just made a comment, right, about the marketplace in Painesville before they cleaned it up, right? And I said, I was looking at the video, I said, man, that's place is fucking filthy. I was like, oh, it was just truth. It was garbage and everything. I said, they had some people, one lady picked the head of lettuce off the ground and everything like that. It was just nothing but filthy. I was like, man, that's fucking filthy. Maybe I was out of line for saying that.
You keep going like in and out, Carla.
Okay. Maybe I was out of line for saying that. I said the marketplace is filthy and stuff like that. So they these Liberians got on me. Don't you say that? Blah blah blah. You can't judge whatever. I said, okay, I won't say it. I'll never say it again. I apologize. I'll never say it again. No, I'll never say it again. I'll look at all the positive things. I always put a lot of positive things about Liberia. They said, I appreciate that. I start talking about the negative stuff and everything like that. They didn't like that. I said, okay. You don't understand. You don't understand the culture, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, when you come to the United States, right? There's almost like an unwritten agreement here. This is the white man's country, and niggas ain't shit. Right? Am I lying, Dinus?
No, you're not.
Niggas ain't shit. No matter who you are, how rich you are, you ain't shit. You're black, everything. Now, the Africans, when they come to America, saying, look, in my country, I may have been a king or a priest or whatever like that. I'm coming from a position of importance in my country and everything. So I'm not going to come over here being treated like a nigga, a piece of trash by America. I want to distance myself from this struggle. These people are useless. They have all these resources here, blah, blah. They can't get themselves together, blah, 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 blah. They're not together. Well, first of all, people told us we can't be together. If we start being together, working together, we're considered black racists. Do you understand that we had black Wall Streets all over America at one time? We had businesses that were all destroyed, marginalized, redlined, and everything like that. Do you know the history of this country? How persecution, everything? Say, well, that's an excuse. That's an excuse. Well, if that's an excuse, then the same time, the white government took my tax dollars and gave GI Bills to white people, homeowners loans to white people to get started to build a white middle class post World War II. That's why you got these suburbs and everything you see now. During slavery times, when the end of slavery was ending, they had the Homestead Act, which they gave white people, white men, money just to settle the land in the West. To this day, right here, you have few white families who own most of the land in most of these states. Whole sections of territory, the Grand Canyon, everything, owned by white companies and corporations. The government never gave us a damn thing to get us started after slavery. We're on our own. We've always been the thing. But yet the same group of people that you look down upon came to Chicago, Detroit, Gary, Indiana, New York. And because of the black people, the strength of black America migrated, one of the largest mass migrations in history, came to those northern cities. And you have the steel industry, you have the car industry, you have all these things that you enjoy today. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But they tell you that we're nothing. So when I say you come to America, right? You come to America. If you don't want to be a part of us, that's fine. But when you start spewing out white America's talking points, not knowing all the facts, that's what I mean by respect.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. There we go. Let's see. Ghana trying to get that diaspora bank started. Nadup, thank you so much, Nadup. Thank you so much, Nadup, for the super chat. Shout out to Nadup, everybody. Um, Shoot, Kyla, we'll go ahead and close out. I guess we covered everything.
Yeah, we did.
Did we
Yeah,
cover how the effect of the year on the year of return? Did we? Because like,
yeah, we covered. I think we covered that.
covered
The basic thing is your returns about money. Take advantage of it. Enjoy yourself. Go over
it.
and
Okay.
enjoy it. What? Let me say some one last caveat to this. They say,
Go,
well,
go, 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 go.
Collar, man, you a sellout, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll say, Collar, you a sellout. What happened to our nation, our land infrastructure nation, blah, 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 blah. I'm not selling out. I'm saying that once these other African countries see how much we're contributing to, let's say, Ghana, they're going to be coming to us saying, you know something, we can do even better, you know, because they're going to need Black America's ingenuity, skills, and capital, you know, and we have 54 countries to choose from. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is very soon, the whole world dynamic is going to change. Black people going and setting themselves up in Africa, building industries and everything is going to be like the reason why it's going to happen is this, because the media, the mainstream media, look at Roland Martin. He's a buffoon. We all agree he's a
Oh
buffoon,
yeah,
right?
he's a clown. He's a clown.
He's a clown. Nobody like that. Nobody knows what Black America is. So there's a fundamental change going through Black America right now. You know what I'm saying? That this is a Wakanda effect. Where that? Yeah, it's a Wakanda effect, all right. But the right idea is that Black people are going to be major players on the international scene, and we're going to do our thing. Like I said, let the right to abode, the year of return. Well, I just hope the year of the return don't be just the year of return. It's a continuity, you know. That's my only thing. Let the year return started in 2019, and it's going to go beyond. And let other countries, right, get involved. You know, we have to go out there and say, yeah, we do want that city state built for the diaspora. That can't be taken off the table. Now, everything else that comes along with it, schools, investment, and everything, we can talk about that. But the bottom line is Africans got to come among themselves and say, yes, we have to support the idea of an African state. We call it African, the state for the diaspora, for the blacks and descendants of slaves in the Americas that want to come and settle and want to have some sort of self-government or self-rule, you know, under the care of a host nation. You know, not like we're saying we're going to succeed, whatever like that, but something, a city state, an enclave or something. God damn, is there a village? You know, geez. 12 million square miles, less than 10% of the African continent is occupied. And you're going to tell me there's no place to build a state that's 2,500 square miles or 3,000 square miles? Come on. Where we can expand vertically, you know, vertical expansion. We have to do this, you know? So,
Absolutely. Kyla, let's close out. How can everybody reach you, brother?
all right. Somebody make a comment. Fufu and fried chicken. Oh, yeah, that's funny. That's cute. Yeah, fufu and fried chicken.
Shout out to the dude. We are all victims of divide and rule. Let's focus on solutions, and everything else will fall into place. United rule, Black power.
I agree. Black power. You know what I'm saying? Black power. You know what I'm saying? We're going to rise up. Now, you can find us at the BAIO, Black African. If you want to get down with me, you want to chill with me and hang with me and be with me, Dynas, and all of us at the BAIO, which is ideology and talking points and a support system right now. Hopefully, one day we're going to be a great organization with institutions and everything. But it all starts with something, with an ideology that's really taking root of land infrastructure nationhood. You can join us at BAIO Afrikstan with a K.org. That's BAIO Afrikstan with a K. .org. You can join us and sign up and become a member, join your local chapter, join groups. We have STEM groups, we have land surveyor groups, we have engineering groups, we have finance groups, we have everything. We have medical groups, we have whatever your expertise is, tell us what your skills are, what you do and everything, what you want to do. If you're not doing anything, if you're working at McDonald's, don't be ashamed. You know what I'm saying? But what do you want to do beyond this? You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, like, I would like to be an electrical plumber. Hey, we're building cities and towns and everything. The BL is a building. It's about building infrastructure. That means building. We're gonna need every skill and trade available. You can join our skilled trade Dojers group. That's our skilled tradesman group. You know, African traders. We took it off the cartoon, the Fraggle Rock. You know, but it's like a spiritual the thing where the Dojers wear the hard hats. When they're the builders of the nation. They're the plumbers, they're electricians, your building, your masons, your masonry people, and all these other things. People who lay, build, stuff like that. That's our duty. You know, we take pride in our blue collar heritage. You know, that we built to help build this country. And one day we're going to build our own nation. We're going to help build Africa. We're going to participate in building Africa together. We have the brain power, the skill power. We need to work across the Atlantic with each other and do this. So join the BAL if you want to get in contact with me and others in the BAL, and I hope to see you there.
Absolutely. Kala.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother, for
no problem, man. No problem. Anytime. Thank you for this, brother Dinus.
Yes,
you know, I don't know what I'd do without him, man. I think I would have flown to Mars by now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it wasn't for his brother Dinus here. But
and like
we at the BAL really appreciate him. He's a brother. He's one of us, supporter, and we really appreciate everything. You know, so with that, I'll tell you good night. If you want to do a show Saturday, Dinus, you can. I know you always flake out on me on Saturday, but you know.
I'll try not to.
If you want to do it,
I could be flaking out on Saturday though, but I'll try not to.
All right, so if you want to do a show Saturday, we can be back here Saturday, and you can rock and roll and skip into bebop with the house and hip in the hop with the college Genesis, you know, on Saturday night. All right. So with that, see y'all later.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you go to search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Until next time, family. Peace.